the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty ought to been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. There's no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life. Driven all the stars in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one taken from the 7th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
That's fine. Yeah. Hurry up, hurry up.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's a give to Penny. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
A first down throw. Darnold completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold on first down. Shows his strength at the 50. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. From the 50, it's Darnold. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
To throw is Darnold. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
319.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Darren Lee there to get him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. That's caught by the rookie, Rashad Penny. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Let's go, come on. 319 to 99.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Over!
On 1st down, Darnold. The grab made by curse over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On second down, here's Crowell. And he stopped immediately there. Josh Jones in on the stop.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Over!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Able to push his way through. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Okay, we expect to see moves like that from Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, Kareem Hunt. But from the QB, rarely do we see moves like that.
He has good footwork, we know that. But, yeah, I don't know that I saw that move coming out of the bag.
Yeah, he'll be a little upset with me later. He'll tell me, I am an athlete.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
This is the running back, Powell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Powell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Neil Sterling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, and this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Penny will try to punch it in. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting a quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. Here's Penny, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st and 10, Darnold going underneath for Corral. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
3 down, 3 down. Over.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mike Daniels, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Rodgers now on first down. Going for trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Here's Powell. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
All right, now look at
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Darnold from the gun. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers going up top. This is intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. after the interception. Here's Darnold. Dumps off to Powell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
A handoff to Penny, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
On second down, here's Penny. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, where are you going?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Rashad Penny. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And a loose football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. And again, it's Rodgers. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football, because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off-balance pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Jets. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Crowell, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Curse. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Crowell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers now going to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Darnold on 1st down. A little dump off for Corral. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A 1st down carry now for Corral. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
26. Zoom. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. And left side here, it's Graham. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Leopard! Leopard!
Again, it's Crowell. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the run, it's Crowell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll indeed take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Here we go now.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee.
Detroit! Detroit!
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.